Gotta go for your roam.
Yeah.
It's the Harith.
Okay.
So is it just the Gatot Kacha or is it like a setting hero?
The Marcel's gone.
Honestly, I feel like just having another front line, just to make sure so that the box set isn't alone, is already pretty nice.
I agree.
We have a lot of that. Even though there is a Gord there, even picking with high loss, just that early revitalize.
Roamer,
yeah, early revitalize can make it so that Nightmare just has good control, good tempo at the start of the game.
They go Beleric, okay.
So at the start of the game.
They go Beleric, okay. So
still a revitalize hero, yeah.
Technically, they can still go for Kalea. They can play that combo with the Gord. It is risky because the healing is going to be cut very early by the Baksha.
Yep.
Ox. Cho.
Whoa!
He wants to redeem himself.
He wants to redeem himself for all those missed
Setups.
tectonic charges.
Yes.
Yep.
At least he doesn't die in my lane.
Yeah. We'll see if the Cho will die in this lane. Right now, looking at the draft here, it looks like Nightmare, they're still going for their identity, trying to play around the Arlet, and then just in case they do have the Harith. Now, the Mongols, this time they got to go back to the meta, go to an Akai. So with that, Mirko as well as Brigida, this is going to be the first best of 3 in the CGBS here, so good luck for this one.
All right, the first best of 3 indeed that we will be seeing. Here in the third day of the wild cards, and it's an elimination match that we're about to see. They gotta give it their all, and heading into game number 1, there were really good adjustments that we got to see from Nightmare, taking out majority of the comforts from the Mongols.
It's a good strat, you know, seeing Zixora getting away with a Harara and a Yi Sun-shin throughout group stage. Definitely a lack of respect to a lot of the teams in his group, but here, Nightmare, they know it's all in or nothing. They know this is an elimination match, so they gotta go all in, and the Mongols, they're gonna have to play something that they haven't played in a while.
Yep.
Whoa!
Oh, he's using the new skin!
Ken skin on the Cho Ox.
Oh!
You know what? I feel like the Mongols are just chilling now, because like they should have just picked Guinevere.
Hey. Yeah, I want to see the Guinevere. That's why I suggested the Guinevere earlier too, but we are seeing 2 of the new skins debut in game number 1. Guys, I hope you're seeing this because it's already out now.
I didn't know. I gotta buy it after this.
Yeah, I tried. It took me like maybe 4,000 or 5,000.
I might not have enough diamonds though.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay.
I think chat believes me. Right, chat? You believe me.
We gotta take a look at the emblems real quick. Pretty much. Oh, that's pull yourself together for I did.
Yeah. He, I guess wants that. Okay, this is the thing though. In lane, Juviana's always won out. This is the first time that it's just been a tough lane for him. Paquito kicking, that is a weird one for sure.
So the animation is a bit different.
Yeah.
For the new skin.
Look, it's like
just a bit.
He's not a boxer here.
Okay, I'd like to see a bit more of that later on, but for now, we gotta take a quick look at the matchups yet again. Ox still doing his thing. Hopefully this time around, it'll be a bit more easier for him to do these kinds of zonings though, because it's gonna be a Cho in his hands. And again, hopefully we see a bit more of the hero synergy between Nightmare this time, because that's something that we really failed to see from them. And approaching the first objective, too easy for Lexi.
Wait a second, they might just go all in on the Arlet here. Good stuff with the missing projectiles. Zixora with the rotation as well. They bait out the flicker, and it's level 4 for Mumu. Mikey's gonna get level 4 as well. This is dope for the Mongols.
Yep.
Ox, Jeet Kune Do forward. Gonna be caught in the Crimson, or sorry, the Lantern Flare. Flicker's out of the way. Jasmine and Idid walking up. No revitalize, it's a flicker.
Ox and Juviana both don't have their flickers though. Oh.
Wreck trade, too easy for Lexi with the win here. Zixora pops in a heavy spin and the oh, Mystic Gush gets through Juviana, who had already burned his flicker early. Idid with a Crimson Beacon. Now it's gonna be Ox with the walk up, but the Purify comes through, and now Ox gets away. Great Jeet Kune Do.
Honestly, I'm not used to seeing Zixora, at least in this tournament, get a hold of these kinds of junglers. But it seems like despite the slight change, the Mongols really know how to approach this game. They've been really systematic in terms of that objective take, making sure that it was Joviana who wasn't really in a comfortable spot to position himself first. And now Nightmare Esports, as much as they really want to look for a trade, yeah.
Yo!
Yeah, they got the... Okay, they're successful in that.
That's a very aggressive tree. He just stole the purple buff of the Dragon Warrior. Mystic Projectile lands with the Gush. Idid doesn't need to use any of his resources. And this is going to be great for 2E. Nobody saw that. For too easy for Lexi.
Yeah, at least NIIGHTMARE, they are indeed trying to get the most out of their lineup, at least for now, even though they are just slightly behind. It's not as proactive as you'd think, but at the same time, it's very difficult to do that when your XP lane is struggling at this point. You're not really seeing Juviana be as active across the map just because of how well Mumu has been playing on this new skin, Paquito.
The new skin Paquito. The non-boxer Paquito.
It's a...
Yeah, Mumu's been doing a really good job, man. He's got a level lead as well, I believe, or not a level lead, an XP lead over Juviana. But it's a very slow game, and I think if it goes slow, it actually should favor the Mongols, right? They got crazy scaling.
Yeah.
Paquito, Moskov, Gord, Mumu doing a good job now with a knockout strike as well on Juviana, setting up tempo for the Mongols. They're going to rotate straight up onto that turtle, and Mumu gets the XP crab.
Yeah, it's just the right amount of aggression that they're seeing from the Mongols, just enough to limit what NIIGHTMARE would really want to do in terms of the pacing across the map. And they're always together. So the Mongols are really just capitalizing on the fact that they are going for this team fight comp. Not really heavy on the pickoffs just yet, even with the presence of Mumu on the Cho. Whoa, K!
What? That was an SOD forward K! I saw the angle, but Mumu was not prepared for it. Ox gets lifted up, thrown back onto Juviana. Free reset on the Vengeance, and now it's a 4v5.
Just as I described their clean play being more of a unit. Hold on, heavy spin!
Coming down around, Zixora trying to go for the Retri. He won't be able to get it. Good stun away with the Wrath of the Dryad as well. Now IDID goes to the Crimson Beacon. Mumu lifted up, thrown back by IDID as he picks up the kill on Paquito. Ox trying to possibly secure this purple buff, goes in, gets it. It's Jasmine actually who gets it again.
That entire sequence just really felt like it was a punish to that failed attempt we saw from K and even a bit of Mumu not catching up, but I don't think it's Mumu to blame. It was just really a slight miscalculation from their part because that was pre-turtle. Oh,
Sokolil up top. Juviana shows K how it's done. A 0-2 start to the game for the main damage dealer, the Mongols.
That's not what you want, and the first one I think could have been prevented even. Hold on. Okay, Juviana's gonna be out of this. Why does this purple buff feel like it's been on Jasmine for too long?
Because he stole another one, man. Jasmine is a menace. Grand Theft purples all around. But the tree.
Yeah, I don't think they're giving it to him on purpose.
No, he's just better
always
at last hitting.
Okay, hold on.
See, this is where it gets troublesome. Well, oh god, Mumu. Knockout strike, caught in the Wrath of the Dryad, thrown back around again. IDID gets a kill. And they have all the time in the world to wait for their resources to be back up for the turtle.
Yeah, slowly NIIGHTMARE have been dealing with the side lanes. Like the sides of the Mongols, Mumu and K haven't been in such a great spot, and unknowingly they've been taking these pickoffs under their nose when in fact you would expect the Mongols to be the ones to do that. They have the Cho, but the NIIGHTMARE grouping up together like this. Now it's Nomad also being part of the rotations. It feels like they're the ones who are more ready with this almost 4K gold lead to take on the Mongols anytime they please.
It's just exactly as planned for NIIGHTMARE, right? They want to snowball out of control with this composition, and they've done exactly that. Mongols just feels like it's not the same Mongols we've seen in the last 2 days who've played those assassins, those damage dealers in the jungle. Zixora on the Akai has not been it so far, man.
Yeah, it's you think...
Oh, another buff stolen! IDID steals it away with a lantern flare. Okay, the lack of damage in the hands of Zixora is really starting to feel bad.
Yep.
Oh, bit of mis-synergy as well as the Spear of Misery shoots them away from the Jeet Kune Do.
This is also another download situation for the Mongols, you know, but it's in a sense that they're forced to play a different kind of lineup, a different kind of jungler, and you're starting to feel it. Like, this is not the most comfortable they've been in the wild card. Hold on.
God. They're gonna go all in. Heavy spin coming down as well, but look at the Wrath of the Dryad already there. Mikey pops in the Mystic Gush, but it just tickles. Too easy for Alexi. They're just gonna run them down through the tier 2, and now they'll take the tier 2 as Mumu at least gets a bit of compensation. Let's take a look at this. Zixora can't get it. But this time, at least it's not Jasmine.
At least. It's not the Belleric, it's not the tree. But it's such a struggle for the Mongols. Like, you'd really want to see their combos put together. You'd really want to see the kick into the Mystic Gush. But when things get messy, when there's a definite need for the heavy spin to also come into play because you gotta play defensively, then the team fights don't favor them at all. It's always NIIGHTMARE forcing them into these kinds of positions, and the Mongols aren't really able to find an answer to that. They feel very passive as of the moment, and it's very understandable. They need some catching up to do. Mumu again, all alone!
Good sidestep, flickers out of the way. That's some Ryu movement right there, but look at the rest of the team coming down as well. It's too easy for Lexi. It's going to be thrown back into the turret, but it's going to be juggled so well with the Wrath of the Dryad locking him down. Zixora will fall for a Sky Piercer stack for Aiden. Mumu caught in the Vengeance, caught in the Crimson Beacon. Juviana will be the one to take the kill.
The Mongols just accepted that. They just dealt with the other lanes as much as they can, but it's nothing that NIIGHTMARE would not be able to deal with. They're immediately able to just take care of their mid lane, only losing one turret down bottom, and they're not really feeling the threat from the Mongols from this Moskov just yet. They've dealt with it really well. It's 0-3, and it will take some time for K. Just look at his items right now. It's just the Corrosion and the Golden Staff.
Oh god, yeah. It's a lot of items. He's building towards the Holy Shield. That's what the build path looks like, but it looked a bit weird. I mean, seeing all those items.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Oh, Mikey! That was so greedy of Ox and Mikey. Flicker and a kill, but hold on, Zixora's gonna go for the heavy spin. Too easy for Lexi. Still wins it out despite the heavy spin. That level advantage paying dividends. Aiden getting another Sky Piercer stack, and Mumu is all alone against an Arlet and a tree.
This is very unfortunate. We've seen it how many times? It's happened to at least 2 members of the Mongols already in the entirety of this game. First on K, and now on Mikey. These were the players who seem to be the most calculated too, but now it's NIIGHTMARE with a constant punish. I don't think they would be confident enough to start things off with this kind of situation too. Ox could just barely do anything on the Cho.
Wow, NIIGHTMARE just stomping through. An 8.6k gold lead. Heavy spin coming out now onto Jasmine. He's going to get thrown all the way back, but he just flickers out of the way. And that is one of the biggest resources for the Mongols, burnt out before the siege even starts.
Yeah, and they still have a Lord. They still have a Lord marching down bottom. Both energy shields in mid and top already taken out. They will be losing out on some of their base turrets. Just look at how decisive NIIGHTMARE are in terms of the siege.
Oh, they're going to get a base turret as well on the side lane. Mumu. Knockout strike gets them out just for a bit. K with the Spear of Misery. 0-3 and 0. Taking a 1v1 against Ida. He's going to get thrown back again, but K's doing some damage at least. Juviana kick back to the rest of the team, but there's just no damage. Juviana is able to go for the final slash. Stays alive for a bit. Finally gets shut down. Mikey with a full-on Mystic Gush, but it does not do enough damage. K lands the SOD. Won't take it this time around. There's just too many members. He finally takes it. Gets the pin down. Aiden just pops the Purify to get out of the pin.
You just can't. You just can't fight them. The Mongols just can't fight NIIGHTMARE just yet, now with knowing that the Wrath of the Riot is still up. I feel like as much as you'd really want to just push forward, go for the chase, and at least commit to the fight, you really have to take into account that there are just multiple resources still left for NIIGHTMARE to capitalize on, not to mention even the Zaman Force from Nomad, who again is yet to get picked off. He's 0-0-8 right now on the Harith. There's just so much space created for him, and that's the complete opposite of what you're seeing for K. At least now has the Trinity already in his hands, but you'll need a lot more because he just... Yeah, Nomad just got the Divine Glaive.
Yeah, the reason the Harith goes for Bargain Hunter is because some of those items are supposed to be pretty expensive, you know, but he has an item advantage over the Moscow, who's supposed to be the one better at farming, so... Yeah, 2,000 gold lead. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it's kind of cooked.
Yeah. We're trying to look at the potential angles right now for the Mongols. I think they're trying to play around with the map. Yeah, might just go for a pick off as much as they can, but do they have the damage?
I think it's wise to go on Jasmine. Mumu. Oh, now it's Oxu, the Street Fighter. Ryu and Ken both gonna fall. It's a Sky Piercer stack for Aiden.
Yeah. I mean, hey, not yay. Because, like, they
Hey.
did want to get the pick off, but again, you just asked the question, is Jasmine the best possible target? I know he was a bit too far away from the rest of his team, but how could you know? You had no information whatsoever of where Nightmare was. SOD already used here, but Zixora, he could just watch. There's no way he could just approach this, not when he's alone, not when two of his members just got back in the game.
Yep. And Nightmare just take it safe. They see the SOD land. I know it's almost impossible, but they think it was still, as long as there's no chance for a steal, they're happy with it. They wait for the SOD
Yeah.
to disappear, then they go for the Lord.
And I also feel like the Mongols might have just wanted to at least go for that play in case they aren't, or in case they just really had to let go of the Lord. But now that it's failed, they just lose on so much more. And okay, we're taking a look at the damage dealt rankings. Look at the sides. Look at the difference between how Nightmare have been able to play their sides as compared to Mongols.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if the Mongols can defend this. They still have one base turret, so at least there's something there, but after that, it's just, they're crystal too easy for Nex. He knows it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got the Malefic gun just now too. Diamond Force.
They use all their resources on to the base turret up top, so the Lord should be cleared out here. Mumu gonna do a good job clearing K as well, piercing through them. Lancer Flare knocks Mumu out. He's flickered out. Gets him to safety. Final slash and a flicker combo onto Mikey, but he's going to be under the turret with a Mystic Gush on him. Zixora gets a heavy spin in time. The wave's going to be cleared out. SOD lands, and K is going to go for Ida, but there's no damage at all. Not for K. It's game one over to Nightmare.
Nightmare have put an end to their game losing streak, at least for now, because again, this is a best of 3, and we're yet to find out if they will be the ones that advance.